Hello and welcome back to another enthralling episode on Lux Insider. If you ever wondered how luxury became a cornerstone of society, then fasten your seatbelts. Today we're not just talking about how the uber-rich lived in history. Oh no, we're diving into the archives to discover how luxury wasn't just for the kings and queens, but accessible to ordinary folks like you and me throughout history. Hit that like button, subscribe and ring the notification bell because today's journey through the annals of luxury is one you won't want to miss. Our first destination is none other than ancient Rome. You might be thinking of gladiators, the Colosseum or maybe Julius Caesar, but today we're focusing on something often overlooked, the birthplace of spa culture. Public bathhouses in Rome were like the Starbucks of today, everywhere, but these weren't just any pools of water. We're talking about state-of-the-art facilities with intricate mosaics, lofty archways and separate rooms for hot, lukewarm and cold baths. The engineering was so advanced that they even had underfloor heating. Imagine soaking in a hot bath while discussing politics, gossip and trade. It was the social media of its time, minus the smartphones and screen glare. And these baths weren't exclusive to the wealthy. For a meager coin, anyone from merchants to masons could step in and enjoy these luxuries. For many it was an integral part of daily life, a sort of great equalizer where social hierarchies blurred in the mist of steam rooms. Leaving the grandeur of Rome behind, we found ourselves in the medieval era. Now, this might not be the first period that comes to mind when you think of luxury, but hold your horses, or rather your goblets of mead. In a time when stone castles and armored knights take the spotlight, what did everyday luxury look like for the average Joe or Jane? Believe it or not, beer and ale were often safer to drink than water due to their brewing process. Even children partook in these beverages, albeit in smaller quantities. And let's not forget mead, the honey-infused drink often associated with feasts and celebrations. Spices like cinnamon, cloves and saffron were treasured commodities that made their way into some homes of commoners. These spices were sprinkled into meals, giving an ordinary stew a royal twist. So while they may not have had golden chalices, they had golden flavors enriching their daily lives. Next up, the Renaissance, a golden age of art, literature and invention. But what did this era mean for the common folk in terms of luxury? For starters, fashion became a form of self-expression accessible to almost everyone. The textile industry was booming, and vibrant fabrics became available at more reasonable prices. You didn't need to be a Medici to strut around in style. Art also burst out of royal courts and churches and flowed into public squares and theatres. Even if you were a peasant, the infectious melodies of lutes and harpsichords would fill your evenings, as musicians often played for the public in town squares. But perhaps the most democratization of luxury was the opening of public opera houses and theatres. Yes, you heard it right. Opera was not just for the aristocrats. For a small fee, anyone could experience the emotional highs and lows of operatic performances and plays. Zooming forward to the 20th century, we land in the vibrant era of the Roaring Twenties, a decade that screams luxury in every sense. The Jazz Age gave birth to a culture that almost anyone could partake in. Speakeasies, hidden bars that operated during the Prohibition, became the playground for commoners to dress up and escape to the world of jazz and dance. Flapper dresses and zoot suits weren't just for the elite. Many people sewed their own renditions, eager to partake in the latest fashion trends. This era also saw the explosion of consumer goods, from radios to automobiles, become accessible to the middle class. People could now listen to jazz in their living rooms or take Sunday drives just for the fun of it. Luxury in this decade was not about the price tag but the experience, the feeling of being modern and alive. And here we are, back to the future, in an era where luxury is democratized like never before. The internet has broken down barriers, making it possible for anyone to shop global luxury brands without leaving their home. Subscription boxes bring gourmet food, high-end cosmetics and even designer clothes right to your doorstep. Technologies like virtual reality can transport you to far-off destinations without stepping out of your living room. In essence, the world has become your oyster, accessible through the smartphone in your pocket. From ancient Rome to the digital age, We've seen how the idea of luxury is not reserved for a select few, but is a tapestry woven through the fabric of human history, accessible in some form to people from all walks of life. If this time-traveling journey has left you hungry for more luxurious content, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with all your history-loving, luxury-admiring friends. Your interactions helps us create even more content that tickles your fancy. Until our next luxurious rendezvous, this is Lux Insider signing off. Keep living your best, most luxurious life. See you in the next video.